if anybody ever hears of a way that we can all see that, please let us know. Specific scenes that didn't end up in the movie are a little hard for me because I've only seen the film twice and it was 20 years ago. And I remember the film and the series together as one full story. I don't separate them in my memory. They are all part of the same experience of those two characters. So I don't have a very good answer to this one, sorry.
Well, see, I only had one scene with Sheryl in the movie, but the extraordinary thing about that was that my character, committed suicide. So this is an opportunity to understand what might have propelled him to that act, and that was interesting to explore. That's not really the right answer, but
nevertheless. Okay. And one more question. In terms of keeping in touch, do some of you, I know several of you got back together for the Psych episode that you had seen each other in 20 years, or do you guys keep in touch with other people that were on the series? The Twin Peaks series.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was the first time we'd seen each other in a long time. Yeah, and it was very moving to get back together again, I have to say. And those wonderful Psych guys made it possible for us. And they happen to be big fans of Twin Peaks. In fact, I think Psych is a direct result of Twin Peaks, inspiration for, and it was a great working experience. Dual Spires, that was a good one. Yeah. Dual Spires, Twin Peaks, yeah. I got that connection immediately. And they did manage to give me white hair. And it was this terrible, terrible wig. It just felt awful on, but it looked okay. It looked pretty good. But see, back in the old Twin Peaks days, David sent me to the hairdresser every 2 weeks, to get me bleached out and using tons and tons of chemicals, and then I'd have to get my roots touched up every 7 or 8 days. My hair was very fast. But then at getting towards the end of my stay on the series, my hair was breaking off and falling out.
No.
So I died just in time, I think, for my hair.
Well, I've managed to see many of the actors because I've gone to several of the festivals. I could remember Richard Beamer walking up to me with a camera and saying, "Are we still married?" Character. And it was really delightful. Jared with, her name just went out of my head, 2 years ago, Piper.
Yeah, Piper Laurie.
And Piper, and I sat with her and talked with her during dinner and whatever, and she's writing has written an autobiography that is 800 pages long.
Wow.
And I imagine she's going to include, some of the work on Twin Peaks. So I don't know, it should be out, and she was asking me about a publisher. But that's the way I've gotten to see some of the people, is they have come all through the years. And I remember sitting next to dinner to, all names are all gone for me tonight. Who died? Look at Jack Nance, yeah. And who was it that was saw in the mirror? Frank Hill, yeah. Frank Hill, he's the one. Yeah. And so that's been interesting to see them at the festival. So that's what you should do with them all the time when you get to And it's just delightful to see Sheryl last year. That's the first time I've seen her since the show. And so it'll get to see her again tomorrow night. I got it.
it's hard because we come together and we work on something like this and we become a family for that time, and then we're all sort of sent off in different locations on different jobs for extended periods of time, and as much as you want to try to keep in touch, it becomes difficult. But, thank God for times like this where we get to reconnect. I've been able to keep in touch with my dear Lenny, fortunately. Grace as well, my soul mama. And, I think we all share a special connection at an outrageous time in our lives. And hopefully that will continue, that thread of connection for the rest of our lives. I certainly feel it anytime I have the good fortune of running into my cast members. Doesn't matter how much time has gone by, there's a recognition, there's a deep comfort and a familiarity there that I'm very grateful for.
Most everyone had more interaction with the rest of the cast than myself because of this, context of agoraphobic. So they came to me. And that was the glorious thing about doing the movie, too, was that Sheryl and I could have more time together. That was great.
Well, I haven't seen any of you for a very long time, but it feels like no time, really. It hasn't gone by at all. It seems like it was just yesterday. And my husband is so great at Facebook that I get messages through him on what Jen is doing at the moment all the time, because they're sort of friends and email each other all the time, Jen Lynch. So, but no, I haven't seen you guys in a long time, but it really feels just like yesterday.
Piper will have a chapter in her book about which she made up as a Japanese man. Sorry, I got to share with you because you got to promise not to tell me that. Especially don't tell Piper, please. I came to work one day, and people started coming up to me, assistant directors and all sorts of associate producers, saying, now, Piper Laurie is playing this new Japanese character, Kajimura, and Kajimura is a man. And you are not to let Piper know that you know that it's Piper Laurie playing with Kajimura. Because that will make her very upset. So I tried that whole day. I just tried to avoid Piper. I didn't want to come face to face with Kajimura. And when I finally did, I'm doing this scene where I'm in a nightclub and I'm singing, Getting to Know.
Yeah! Do it!
In the nightclub. Do you remember that?
Yes!
And I had to pretend that I didn't know. And don't ask me how I did it, because I don't know how I did it. But I do know that I went up to Kajimura and I said, I would never do that to Piper. She thought, it's thrilling for her. That day she pulled it off, boy. But I knew it from the first second I saw it. That was Piper Laurie. I've just never, ever seen a Japanese man that looked that much like Piper Laurie.
unfortunately, we have to get the movie started, so we're running over schedule. So we'll have time to ask, or the people that are attending the weekend-long festival will have time to ask the questions to you tomorrow night. But thank you so much again for coming.
We're really glad to be here, aren't we?